Okay, welcome to Queen Lenora and Virgo Queen on the Love and Live show. Sorry, we're doing something new. This is phone camera, so work with me. Yes, so today my sister Virgo Queen is very into my health being better. And of course, she has health issues too. Way more than I do. Anyway, but, so we're going to talk about health. Because there's really something that's on our mind. And that's really good because I don't think we don't talk about health enough. So, what are we going to talk about today? And her real name is Tiffany.
I think it's important as women, especially women of color, that we have health screenings, our routine, mammograms and pelvic exams. Also, have found out that us women in our 40s should also be checked for colorectal cancer. Make sure, or polyps, that we don't have those.
What was the word you said?
Colorectal cancer, or like anal cancer.
Oh.
Or colorectal cancer in our.
And how do they check that? Are they putting something on my butt?
Pretty much. Yeah. Because we can get little polyps in our anal area. It's been a study, I don't know the exact date or the study who did it, but they're finding more and more African American women with polyps in their anal area. And we need to make sure that if we do have them, that it's not anything cancerous. We also need to take care of our health, better health, food-wise, eating healthier, because a lot of us are getting diabetes, like my sister over here.
But mine is a little different, so I'm glad we're talking about that because diabetes is very important, which I didn't know until I got it, of course. I heard about people talking about diabetes, this and that, but I really didn't know the thing. I thought it was you eat a lot of sugar and there you go. But that's not my case. So there's different ways. And it doesn't matter if you're big or if you're skinny as a toothpick. You can get diabetes. And it is very important to be checked and make sure you check often when you have diabetes. Correct?
Yeah. And it's not just type 1 and type 2. They also get that diabetic ketoacidosis, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. They also have people who can not be diabetic and have hypoglycemia, which is what I have, which is low blood sugar. I mean, your blood sugar drops when you don't eat, which is kind of the same aspect with somebody with diabetes, whose blood sugars can drop or skyrocket when they don't eat. So it's just important that we eat several small meals throughout the day and in between snacks and just take care of ourselves and listen to them signs. It's also important too that if you feel something is wrong, don't be afraid to go to your doctor and have them check it out. And if they don't want to take the time to do it, you let them know, hey, this is my body. You're going to do what I ask or find a new doctor.
And that's the thing that, like, for me is hard because as I do have diabetes, mine is not because I eat a lot of sweets or I just don't eat. And so I'm killing my insulin by not eating. And that is why my diabetes go up and I have a hard time. My mind does not focus on me eating. I can eat small meals, but it's just going to be one. And I need to eat more small meals during the day. And it's really hard for me to wake up and eat. It's hard for me to wake up and drink anything. And when you first wake up in the first hour, you're supposed to drink a glass of water.
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing that. So it's a lot that we have to be mindful on diabetes. That's the only thing I can really talk about is diabetes because that's what I have and that's what I'm struggling with right now as my diabetes was high, and that's why I'm wearing these glasses, and it's slowly going down. But even though it's slowly going down, my eyesight will come back way after it's down for a while. So it's for people who think that it's just for a diabetes, it's because people are big. No, I don't eat a lot. And there's a lot of people I know that eat tons of sugar and their diabetes doesn't go as high as mine did. And I don't eat tons of sugar. And also, I have both. Like my blood sugar go high and it goes all the way down too. I've had it where almost what is it, glycemic?
Hypoglycemic.
Yeah, that almost went into I could almost went to the coma because it was so low, and so I had to start carrying little candy bars in my purse. But I have kids, so they eat them.
Yeah. Or get you some instant glucose tablets because I have that. I get that at work.
And I had a son that would eat that too, so I didn't have a way out. And anytime I have food just for myself, just so I can have my little small meals and stuff like that, when you have kids, it's really hard because they eat them and they don't understand why you can't share. And I'm like, because this is for me to have. If we're not cooking right away, I need to eat this first thing in the morning so I can take my medicine and stuff like that. So you have to find ways to do that. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to just stop on talking about just diabetes the whole time either. Mm-mm. There's other stuff, and she has a lot of health issues, so she could talk for days. Go ahead.
I don't have a lot of health issues.
Oh please,
she's
like 90 years old, trapped in this young person's body.
See her get beat. I just have arthritis. I have
all kinds of stuff I ain't never heard of.
Degenerative arthritis in my spine, in both my hips, my knees, a foot, a finger, and probably my neck now.
See what I mean?
That's not a lot of stuff.
Oh, whatever. 90. She's like 90 years old, trapped in the young. She's 2 years younger than me.
Also, I have fibromyalgia, which is an overactive nerve pain, meaning our neurons, our pain receptors doesn't comprehend if, like, a pinch is a little tiny pain or whatever. A pinch to me is like giving birth, that type of a pain. If anybody ever experienced that, because that hurts. Like that. So
good. Nobody just want to be having babies every day.
Right. And so they don't really know the cause for it. They think it could be stress related or past issues. Sometimes they think it might be linked to osteoarthritis or the rheumatoid arthritis, which that is autoimmune. Which rheumatoid can affect your lungs, your heart. It can affect your organs pretty much. Luckily, I don't have that. Any type of arthritis is bad, especially degenerative, meaning because it's not going to get better; it's going to get worse. There's also,
there's people who got high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You need heart disease.
Gotta watch your salt intake.
All that. You and your cholesterol. Mm-hmm. We have this new thing because we had our own business, so I moved in with my mom, and so I stayed in that bed. And my father just said you gotta do a lot of exercise, which is we'll get onto that in a minute because it's important too. But because I'm in the basement and I keep my windows covered, vitamin D is hard for me to get, and definitely if you're a person of color, you need vitamin D. It's very important for us.
And they used to think it was just a person of color. It's actually where you live, because the Pacific Northwest, we are seasonal. So once that sun goes down, it's important for everybody to have that extra vitamin D supplements, and it's the vitamin D3, because we're not getting that, and it can cause osteoporosis, bone and joint pain. It can also cause you to get the degenerative arthritis too, because you're not getting
I'm so
that.
glad I take my vitamin D every day.
Potassium.
Yeah, because my son he got to go do the 50,000. Is it 50,000?
Yeah, they usually will. If it's super low.
Yeah, ours is low because we're in the basement, and he doesn't have a window in his room, and I do, but I cover my window up, and so it's very necessary to try to get as much sun as you can, or light. Just be outside and do that. And if not, you can even get over the counter vitamin D3, because before my doctor even told me about it, my sister was giving me pills, and she stopped. I don't know. She just, I guess, stopped caring about me as much. I don't know. Just joking. Just joking. But yeah, it's very important to get your vitamin D3. So when my dad was just talking about exercise, I don't care what kind of exercise it is. And you can start off as small as you need to build up to where you need to be. Because any exercise is good exercise for yourself. So if you can watch, I will show you my band, but I'm holding this thing to hold the camera up. So I can't show you my band.
The selfie stick.
But yeah, the selfie stick. But the Fitbit. That's what you can use your Fitbit. I've seen people use their phone just to up your walking. So if you see that your average walking is 2,000 a day, try to reach a goal of 3,000. All right, just 25. Just add 5 extra steps to your day.
Yeah, they say at least, most doctors will say at least do 30 minutes of some form of physical activity. Whether it's cleaning, it doesn't have to be going to the gym or walking, cleaning, household chores,
redecorating the house, dancing, just anything. And so I tell people always do small stuff first and then build up. So I know they say 30 minutes. My doctor said if you can do 5 minutes, work on that for about a week. If you can build up, then do 10 minutes. And work on that. Pretty soon you'll be doing 2-3 hours and not even noticing that you're doing it because you moved up very slowly. But if you go in trying to do 30 minutes to an hour, you're quicker to quit than if you start off at doing 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're my size or bigger, 5 minutes is a lot on our bodies. So it's doing well. She might need to start off with 10, but you can do chair exercises. Sorry.
Well, just like even with osteoarthritis, they say the best exercise, especially for me, would be water aerobics.
Love
and that because it helps build that retention for your muscles, it builds that strength, work out your core muscles, which is what they really talk about doing. But it's just kind of hard, especially when you got to work and kids.
But I know when I was younger, I'm going to say younger, I did water aerobics all the time. I'm 2 years older than you, so that means you're old as dirt too. Anyway, when I was younger, I woke up earlier and went to water aerobics. They had water aerobics early in the morning. And then I went from water aerobics straight to work. And so I got to take a shower at the place and everything else. And then I always would get to work earlier, which gave me more money. As I'm older, I appreciate my sleep a little bit longer. And plus, I go to bed later because I'm doing so much. I'm in school and stuff like that. But they have it throughout the time. So if you can do it in the morning, that's good. Usually when you get off work, you're not going to want to do it. But if you do it in the morning, when I was younger doing it, I have more energy throughout the day. So I would suggest you do it in the morning because I know her very well. She ain't going after work.
Oh, I'm not going in the morning because that's just going to wear me out.
No, it won't. It gives you energy. You'll be amazed.
I'll be asleep.
You sleep if you eat, so it doesn't matter.
I know. So imagine me doing some water aerobics.
You'll be
I'm not
right.
going to go to work. I'm going to be ready to go to sleep.
No, just go straight to work.
I knew when the 4th of July, when I cooked all that stuff, that wore me out. You know how I always used to let it cook.
But see, water aerobics doesn't really wear you out. That's the good thing about water aerobics. You don't even feel like you're working. You're like a light feather in the water and stuff. I just like water aerobics, and I like being in the water. So, of course, I'm going to defend water aerobics. She's not going to down my water aerobics. Just let you know.
I just know it's going to wear me out.
Well, then you don't have a time to do it because you definitely ain't going to do it after work because you're going to be, I'm too tired. I got to go to work. Then you're going to go in it, and now I'm up all day because I don't do water aerobics. Then she's going to make excuse now because of the water aerobics.
That'll probably be the better time for me to do it because it might actually help me sleep because I also have sleep apnea. So I have insomnia really bad. So I think that would actually be a better thing for me if I were to do water aerobics would be in the evening because that would help relax my body and my joints and help me go to sleep. Yeah. Okay.
So do that because you're not that far from 2 locations of water aerobics. That'd be good. I'm over here, so I can't go. I'm not going with you at night over there.
I'm gonna be over here too pretty soon.
So I guess we can just go over here together.
To where?
We are moving the whole family into this house, so we're gonna be squished. Now, mind you, my sister over here is evil as hell.
No, I'm the sweetest one. She called me evil because I told her I was gonna make sure that she takes her medication.
No, that's not evil. That's
and that she in here cooking. So we can eat and be healthier.
I'm not cooking for her. This heifer is evil. Everybody don't know how evil she is. And I just said, I'm not even paying her no attention. I'm going to lock my door. Because she going to be fussing. Like right now at night, around 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, the kids is up loud playing video games and all that. She like, shut up, I gotta work in the morning. I'm be in my room chilling. Be in my room because that's what they do. Because my kids are homeschooled, so they are cool. And then my oldest son.
She don't understand. I'm just gonna take her doorknob off.
And I'm gonna put another one on. I'm gonna put a It's gonna look like we in an emergency house because I'm doing it, clink, 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 boom. But that's the thing too. As family, you can move in together and yell at each other and cuss each other and hate each other and love each other all over again. That's what it is. And sometimes we all need to come in and join it together and stuff like that because people feel like it's horrible. Oh, I felt like a horrible person because I had to live with my mom.
People don't feel like this. Don't feel like it's horrible. Our people feel like it's horrible.
That's true.
You see other cultures doing it. Our people,
till they make it, and we're gonna make
it. Other cultures do it, and they're successful and have businesses. We like too good to live with our family, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
You know, instead of helping each other out, they'd rather struggle and do whatever and be like, I'm not living with them, blah, blah, blah. Why not? Everybody else do it. The other cultures do it. Other cultures. America doesn't like to do it. I'm going to say America, not just us, but Americans.
But we're always in the bottom post, so I think we're always the dumb ones that don't understand. We are like the most genius dumb people I've ever met as our culture because we have created so much in this world. We have done so much and we could continue to do so much if we work together and stick together as a group. And not be the crab in the barrel trying to tear each other down and don't want somebody to succeed. If you succeed, then I know pretty soon you're going to reach out down and help me up to succeed. Mm-hmm. And until we get that concept, it's just ridiculous. And that's including with the health issues that we have. I don't get mad when she calls and says, have you checked your medicine? Matter of fact, I'm glad because she reminds me when I do forget, or did you eat? And then like my mom, I was trying to go somewhere and she was like, you're not leaving until you eat. So we didn't leave until we got some food and then we got to eat. And then of course we went out. Of course it took us longer because, I shop really slow because and that's a good form of exercising too. Just go around the shop.
Don't ever go shopping with her.
Shop with me and we should lose some weight together.
We should do it
every day.
Like she said, she take hours. She'll put the whole store in the cart basket, and then by the time you reach the register, she got one item in there.
At least I put the stuff back. I don't be trying to have the workers work extra hard. I'll walk myself right back to where I got it and put it back. So, ta-da. Also today is my day as I inspired myself to try to put on makeup and mom's coming back with put on makeup and this is what I came up with. I'm having fun. I'm going to be doing it all the time and doing different things and showing more wigs. So things like that. And then again, I've been starting to walk. I walk on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I didn't get to go Friday, so we walked around Hobby Lobby for a good 30 minutes. Which I got way more steps in walking around Hobby Lobby than I did going walking around the track. So sometimes you got to find what is interesting to you. Because when I walk around the track, I'm not going to lie. I get tired. Like, I'm so tired. My back start hurting. My calves start hurting. My legs start hurting. Everything start hurting. When I was in Hobby Lobby, nothing was hurting. I was walking all around the place, just getting all the exercise you can get in there. So find what's fun to you. You can do some chair exercises. I even went out to YouTube and said, I need fat people exercise. Because I wanted to do something that would be fun. Or I don't know. And I figured they'd have some fun for me because everybody else like to get on the floor. I'm not getting on the floor. It's going to take me an hour to get my butt back off the floor. I'm not doing it right now. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. But with all that, there's all different things that you can do with exercise. Like my daddy said before he walked on out of here. There's so much we can do with exercise.
I can exercise too. This is one good exercise that you can do so that you can look just as good as I did. And stop hating. You take one hand on your, this is Home Depot. It's about to fall any minute now. But anyway.
You don't shop at Home Depot. I mean, you can shop there. Just don't have them come and put your stuff up because they're doing a horrible job.
Anyway, home right here. And you... This is the easy. Now, see, I can do push. What is this? Push up like this.
Yeah.
There you go. One. Touch your nose to the thing. That's it. And you do. I did 3. That's all you have to do. 3 days.
Well, that's like sit-ups. I do sit-ups every day. I do 1 sit-up. I lay down at night.
And not everybody can do those sit-ups.
And I just finished doing 1 good exercise. You take one of these. This is hard to do. You go inside one. You take one. One crunch up, out. One crunch out, up.
Good
There
arm
you go.
exercise. Good arm exercise.
Look at this muscle. My muscles start from here. Some people have them up here. What's the problem with that? Have your muscles down here. I have both of my muscles down here. Look at them and they shake. My muscles can do
She's
things.
exercising a lot on the
My
show.
muscles can do this. Tell them.
You are doing a lot of exercise every day.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you guys can do this exercise, you can be just as fit as she is.
That's right. Well, and did you see this? No, it's very easy. You see how I put my hands on my hips?
That's hard.
And then put it down?
No.
There you go. That was one.
Stop it.
I do one of those a day. Well, sometimes two.
Ooh.
And somebody make me mad 3.
Ooh.
But that's about it. See? And it's good. See? And see, look how slim I am.
That's true.
I know I'm a size 2.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get down to a size 0.
Go, girl.
You know, some people put like, you know, a 2 in front of it. But I don't care how they do it.
How they do it.
I don't care what they do. I know I'm a size 2.
That's right.
I
You know what it is? When you speak it, you claim it, it's going to happen.
I am.
Yes.
No, don't be yelling at me. My dog yelling because
so
he knows
the dog
I'm a
ain't
size
agreeing
2.
with her.
I'm a size 2. My glasses is a size, okay, that's a size 34, but still, I'm still a size 2. There you go.
So, health time, I had to extend I like the selfie stick if I didn't have to hold it.
You want to go to the bathroom?
She's sending the dogs out. So, health-wise, now you know, all the different health there's out there is way more than we could ever imagine. But just remember, try to eat healthier, get your fresh fruits. You know what we all should start doing? Is planting stuff. I give my stuff to my dad, and he yells at me. He yells at me and goes, "No, I'm not going to plant it. No, I'm not going to plant it from Grenada. No, I'm not going to plant it. Nope, nope, nope." And then he plants it. And then he picks it too soon, so I can't eat it. So I had cabbage that I gave him. And now he gives me and it comes out like this, looking like a little light bulb. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Yes, he won't let it grow.
Can I tell them something?
Okay.
You like grapes, you like Marionberry. I love Marionberry. These Marionberries are delicious. Marionberry, and they are good fruit. There you go, Marionberry. You can't get, and they're wrapped in this nice dough. And you put it in the oven. When you do that, that's nice stuff. And then what I like to do is put some cream, ice and cream on top of my heated Marionberries.
That's so nice.
And then just, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Get you some Marionberries.
Marionberry. Oh.
And then you do the arm exercise.
Oh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have time, but I'm going to put this into the oven.
Oh.
And so that it can get really nice and crisp.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to put the ice cream.
Did you get ice cream?
Yeah. I didn't want you guys to know. But no ice cream.
She don't want us to know. I'd barely eaten that.
Yeah. Because I don't want her. She has the diabeticals. When you got diabeticals, you can't have. You can only have the Marionberry.
The diabeticals.
Yeah. But see, the sugar.
Yeah, lean over here, Tiffany.
Yeah. But anyway, eat your fruit. Eat your fruit. You gotta eat your fruit.
Okay.
So you can be slim like me. I said I'm top size 2.
Where do you get this from?
See, now look at how she looking.
Because I never seen it. She hid it from us. I didn't know.
I got to.
Where you get it?
My husband gave it to me.
Oh.
He wants me to go on a diet. He told me, he said I have to get rid of my tonnage. What is that? Tonnage.
Tonnage. You just have to deal with the
Tonnage. Hey, tonnage.
Oh.
What a tonnage. Some people say pounds. He went all the way to tons. Tonnage. Some people say, you need to lose some pounds. No, he went through tonnage. You know how the doctors say you're morbidly obese?
Wow.
I really don't like that. So my husband lived there talking about, I need to lose some tonnage. Tonnage. You know that, And then, but he buys me fruit. But he does. Because he knows. He knows I got to get rid of my tonnage with this.
See, and that's going to help her get rid of her tonnage is that fruit.
Yeah, it is. So I'm going to let her go back to I just had to tell you some few little exercises that I do every day.
Exercises she do every day.
And sometimes I
The stove is closed.
Oh, they came from doing that.
Yeah, there's my.
They were exercise. They were
There's my
walking.
grandchild.
Just
Oh,
put
she
that
got
on me, 'cause
money.
I done.
Okay.
Come on. Ollie.
And that's my little godchild. You can't see. Hold on, I'm trying to fix
I
it.
got it.
This girl is on my channel, wanting me to beat her live.
Oh, that's what I thought you were FaceTiming somebody. Hi guys.
This is her. This is Aviana, my little princess. That's my little Prince Takai. That's my godchild. He got his shoes on his hands because, that's where shoes go, huh, bub? He's so handsome.
Yeah.
He had a lot to say. He drags me all over the place. If I'm away from him too long, he'll drag me somewhere. So one time I was in my exercise mood, and I'm gonna say from here to the corner is probably like 2 blocks, 2 small blocks. Maybe it's more than one regular block, but now our blocks are not a block and a half. So I jogged down there, and so I had my husband drive down there because we're getting ready to go. So I said, I'm going to jog down there. So I jogged down there. I was getting ready to, I didn't know jogging was going to take a lot out of me. A person that don't exercise. And,
the girls just hit.
yeah, they kept hitting, my girls was hitting me in the face. And so my godchild got out the car and ran to me. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break. And he dragged me down and he made me run the rest of the way. So sometimes it's really good to have your little god kids there to help you to do your thing because it's awesome. Everybody's getting ready to go. So I guess I can sit here. She's standing up now. So she had to stand up because her arthritis. She can't sit long. She can't stand long. I know she's like 90 years old, trapped in this body. And I got hit upside the head. And again, and so remember, even if you're like me who don't eat a lot, try to eat small meals a day. And my doctor fresh fruits and vegetables and everything. And before I got the diabeticals, as my mom said, my other doctor before I got this one, she was very adamant that I drink and eat. And she didn't care what I ate or drink, just eat small meals a day and drink small meals a day. So you might have to start off like that because what you're trying to do is get your metabolism to start moving. And when your metabolism is moving, you burn the weight. And a lot of people think all this other stuff is going to help. If your metabolism is dead like mine, you got to start somewhere. Right now, I try to eat more vegetables and eat my greens, which I love. I love cabbage. I love greens. I love broccoli. I love those, so it's not a problem. I'll eat my kale and all that. I don't mind that. My problem is really just having food on hand. If I had a chef that would just heal or give me my small meals a day, I would do it. Because when I first came out of the hospital, when I first found out I had diabetes, my mom cooked for me, and she made sure I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the day, and I was doing really well.
And I'm gonna also say that breakfast, I didn't think it was because I'm not an early in the morning breakfast type of person, but once I started eating breakfast early, that does kick in your metabolism to where you're constantly hungry because now my metabolism is on overdrive and I'm constantly eating.
And she's losing weight and she's eating whatever she wants and losing weight. So that's the thing about it you got to keep in mind. Because I think a lot of people think if you starve yourself, it won't happen, and it's not true. If you eat constantly, you will. But and that's why I try to get people to understand. I'm gonna tell you right now too. Go ahead, and then I'll go say what I have to say.
When you eat like once a day, that's what I used to do, and I used to pack on weight. And what happens is you're starving your body from those the fats that it needs. It stores the fats. What happens is your body goes into starvation mode. And it'll start storing the fat because, as food survival mode, because you're not eating anything, and then it causes you to gain weight. So it's very important that you eat, especially breakfast, as much as you don't want to, whether it's a small bowl of oatmeal or, eat something, put some fresh fruits on top of it because it'll help kick in your metabolism. And then we also, I have to research it, but we also have this thing in our bodies that once we get past a certain age that our metabolism starts to slow down, and then there's supplements for that. I have to look it up on the next show. I'll look it up and let you guys know, and it kicks it into hyperdrive, and you'll slowly losing weight. You can eat whatever you want. You just remember to eat small meals throughout the day in moderations.
And when we tell you to eat whatever you want, we never saying go get you a whole bunch of candy bars and if I eat one candy bar every 30 minutes, I can lose weight. No, we still want you to be healthy because there's other things that all that sugar can cause to make your body not work. And then there's things you don't want to overdo it, but excuse me, but you might not have the money to do diet foods, because healthy foods ain't cheap. So my thing is, if you can cut out fast food, so say you go to fast food 6 days a week, can you cut it down to 3 days a week and prepare you and prep you some food where it can be fast food at home? Something like that. Just change a little. Because back in the day, with my great grandmother and all them, they used to have dinner every night and have dessert with dinner every night, and people weren't big. So it's not, I think it's all the preservatives that they put in all the food, the stuff they do to get you to come back to their food, to make it addictive and all that. Do the stuff at home. I make a better hamburger at home than McDonald's, Burger King, Burgerville. I know y'all don't have Burgerville, some of y'all, Carl's Jr. and all that. So just changing your eating habits is something that's awesome. It's something that is great. Remember that, because your metabolism is what you're trying to do. And for me, not only am I now kicking in my metabolism, I have to build my insulin back up. And so, like I said, when I was eating my 3 meals a day, my mom was cooking, and I had my little fruit cups I eat in between, my blood sugar, instead of going sky high, started going really low. But it was easier to maintain it when it was going low than it is to going high. So I know I have to eat more. So I said, okay, when we go grocery shopping, I'm going to buy more food to do it. But as I'm buying more foods to do it, I know that I have to make sure there's food in the house for these people to eat their stuff. So that I don't think that matters. I think whatever, because I realize my kids tell me a lot of stuff they don't like to eat, but they eat it. I got some craisins, and everybody, and all of a sudden, even she did it. I don't know why you got these things. And as I know, she was like, let me taste it. And as I know, half the bag was gone on my craisins. So it's just sometimes people just eat what you want to eat. They see you eating it, so they want to eat it. And like I said, it doesn't matter. And everybody that is big does not mean they're overeating. She eats more than me, and she's smaller than me. I keep blowing up. I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I go and I fluctuate with my weight. That's why I'm very honest about my weight loss and everything, because I fluctuate back and forth. Because now that my blood sugar is high and I'm going down, and I don't know what it is when I start bringing down my blood sugar, I swell up. So I really like to keep the house cold because I don't want to swell up. So like now I feel like I'm a prune because I'm swelling up, and I've been drinking my water. I know you see me with my coffee, but that was my first cup of coffee for the day, and I got a lot of stuff to do. And so don't get discouraged. You just have to find what's best for you. Like I do the keto, but then I get constipated. So I have to stick with the low carb because the keto I don't know. And I'm supposed to get past that, but yesterday I couldn't walk because it was hurting so bad. So you have to find what's best for you and figure out, and make sure you talk to your doctor about every health issue. If you want to get everything checked, get everything checked. And I don't care if your doctor don't like it. So that was a conversation. I'm glad I had to go backwards so I could take this conversation. When you talk to your doctors, like she was telling you earlier, you're going to have to start demanding stuff. Because I was talking to, not my doctor couldn't see me, but I wanted to tell him my blood sugar was high, and I had went to the doctors, and so I went to, after you go to the emergency, you have to go see a doctor within that 4 days or 7 days. It depends on what they say. So I couldn't see my regular doctor. So I'm dealing with this one doctor. She's a toothpick, and she's tall. And so I'm talking to her, and I'm telling her, I was stressed. My business was closing. Stuff is going down. All this different stuff is going around and everything. And I'm telling her. So she was like, well, you need to, eat differently. I'm like, well, I don't eat. And I know that's a thing, and I'm trying to eat more. Me and my doctor talked about it. She said, you are eligible for the gastro bypass. So now I'm mad. Because I don't know if you caught it, but I'm mad. Because I just told her I don't eat. So then I said, can I ask you a question? My tone changed. And she's like, yeah. I said, if I'm telling you I don't eat, and the gastric bypass, it shrinks my stomach so I cannot eat. What's the difference? Oh, when people's on a diet, you should not starve yourself. That's horrible. I never said I starved myself, and I never said I was on a diet. I don't eat. I'm trying to eat. Even when my godchildren are here, I try to eat every time he eats. That boy eats too much for me. He always want to eat, but that's why he a toothpick. Like, I can really floss my teeth with his body. That's how skinny he is. And I'm like, you're pissing me off. You're not listening. I don't eat, and I don't know why. And it's been happening to me for over 20 years because I stopped eating really before I even met my husband. So I'm thinking about 23, 24 years. I remember when it started happening because 1 year I just ate fruit the whole summer. And I don't know why. I wasn't trying, but I couldn't eat nothing but fruit. And then pretty soon my mind just stopped. I wasn't eating. I go eat once a day. And sometimes I went 2 or 3 days not eating. And then I was just gaining weight and I couldn't do it. I don't know what it was. I've tried it all, but nothing really works. I can do it. So I have to constantly remember to eat. But doctors don't know everything. And instead of them telling you they don't understand or know, they're going to lie and tell you something else. And I'm like, I don't need that. I'd rather you tell me the truth. And that's why I love my doctor now, because she just tells me the truth. I love my other doctor, but my husband's medical changed, so I had to switch to this other health plan. And then I couldn't find a good doctor because the other one, she had me on it, and I was actually losing weight because she said drink any, I don't care what it is. You ain't got to just drink water. You just got to eat. And I'm just now starting to remember, and I am doing it.
That's what we need to activate. That will help us.
What is it called?
The ketosis.
Yeah, that's when you do the low carb or the keto. You want to access your ketosis because your ketosis will help you burn it. And I remember doing that when I do the low carb. I'll get into my ketosis. Ooh, I was losing some weight.
Yeah, that's what shuts down.
And then you want to eat all the time. So any diet that makes you hungry to want to eat all the time is good. Weight Watchers is good. The only thing was I did Weight Watchers, but I didn't do it the right way. I did it the right way, didn't do it the right way. Did Weight Watchers, but I only ate Weight Watchers food. And pretty soon I had to eat regular food because our oldest son, her oldest child, was at my house all the time eating my Weight Watchers. Now he's this big. Okay, no, I'm lying.
He's a little bit bigger now.
He's a
little bit bigger now because I told him when you get your license means lazy because now you're driving, and he used to be a bike rider and he stayed skinny, and now he sees because he rides his bike now. Now he ain't picked up a little weight. He's still skinny, but he picked up a little weight.
All I know is he was eating all my Weight Watchers food. That's all I know. He was eating all my Weight Watchers food. And then I was like, I don't really know how to measure. But I was losing weight on that Weight Watchers. So the only reason I quit Weight Watchers is because they keep changing the way to calculate your points. And it started getting complicated. Their first method was easy as apple pie. And then they keep changing. So I know you see Oprah Winfrey and all them doing it. But they hire people to help them. I ain't got nobody to hire to help. I ain't got that money right now. When I get that money to hire somebody to help, then I can do that. But they have somebody measuring their food and making their Weight Watchers.
That's necessarily true because Gwen, she used to be weighed like 500 plus pounds, and she went on the Weight Watchers, and she's skinnier than
the
me.
old school Weight Watchers. I'm talking about the new school Weight Watchers.
True.
I said the old school was easy to manage and follow and do. This new one, they keep doing it. Now, I used to could just sit there and go, okay, this is in subtract, and know I can have it. Now you do need their machine. They did stuff so they can make more money. So now you need all this stuff, and then you get this. Now you get all this free. But unless you're just eating all the free food, it's really hard to manage and understand, especially when you creating and cooking your own food. Yeah. It's harder to manage than it was back in the day.
And that's why I don't like the Weight Watchers and the Slim Fast or whatever the other one is called, because all it is portion control.
Yes, it is.
All it is.
And you eat more.
Mm-hmm.
You eating all day long. So everything we telling you is what Weight Watchers and them telling you. And now you got all this free points and stuff, and it's just do what you get. If Weight Watchers work for you, you do it.
Right.
It didn't work for me when they switched up. It messed me up. I was doing good. And I shouldn't stop following it because now I took all the other stuff away and then started using the stuff they had. And you see where I'm at. And I forgot what I was going to say. I got mad at Weight Watchers. Oh, just do the best you can with your health. Women, mammograms. I haven't got one, so I have to go talk to my doctor about getting a mammogram. Get your mammogram. Get fellas, your prostate. What do they with colon? Get that checked. What's the thing? People are dying. Not the prostate, because that's the guys.
Probably colon cancer.
Colon cancer. Get those checked. Whatever it is, get it checked. Get everything checked. Get yourself checked out. We don't want you to be sick and then all of a sudden dying and all that. And make sure people are checking on you constantly, because you can be somewhere sick and nobody's checking on you, and then you die because you sat there too long.
And I know we have a fear of colonoscopies. Nobody wants that, but it's important to get it. Fellas,
Is that the one that you
women, yeah. They stick the probes like this.
Okay, see, don't talk about it, because that's why we get discouraged.
I worked at the gastro department, but
see, that's why we get discouraged, because people tell us something. Don't tell us. We don't want to know, right, y'all? Yeah, just go and get it checked and then get it done. Say, don't tell me about this. Can you drug me where I'm asleep? Can you drug me where I'm not?
They won't put you to sleep, but they'll give you something to make you comfortable. Which is, and I'm telling you guys to get it done. I got to get it done too, because I've worked at a gastro department and I've seen the equipment, and if they can't put me to sleep, I'm just not getting it done.
And that's the problem.
And that's the issue right there.
And that's the problem. So I know this is one of your favorite topics that we're going to have, but it was an important topic, because our health is very important, and we need to get our health checked.
Have to do better.
We got to do better. We got kids. We got grandchildren. Mm-hmm. We might one day have great grandchildren, and some of y'all already got those, and we want to be able to see them, and not die over something silly because we were too lazy to get checked. Because a lot of people have that last minute find out, oh, I got cancer.
Yeah, and then too, I kind of think that it's the foods that we're eating, that we're buying at the stores. Everybody, the packaging, grow your own food if you can. Everybody need to have their own farm, because I had to do, when I was in school, I had to do a research paper on food, on what we eat, and I found out that a lot of these farms or these stores, our main chain grocery stores, are selling this meat to us, chicken and beef, and they're saying like the chicken is farm raised and all this, and it's really not. It's all genetically modified. They're, these hedge fund companies are slowly but surely killing us, and that's why a lot of these people are getting sick.
And so you got to think about that too. It's not just your animals. It is your fruits and your vegetables. So if you can limit some of it. So like, I know me, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not having no chicken in the backyard, cutting his head and then eating it for dinner, because that was Chucky. That was Toby. I'm not doing it.
But that would be the best way that
it would be the best way.
It's not being
but I'm just saying, we're not going to. Some of us could do that. We're not going to do that. Neither is she. I'm just saying, we're not going to do it. But I'm saying, but if you could grow you some greens, if you could grow you some broccoli, at least it's less amount in your body than just, so just your meat, and then you just pray over your meat, just lay hands on your meat as you do it, because you limited by, now I'm eating I got a pear tree, I got a peach tree, somebody got an apple tree. Why don't you say, okay, I got an apple tree, I got some grapes in the backyard over here. Step that up, kill me. But there's a grapes, let's trade, and we can do a barter system within our culture, or with our neighbors, or with the people that's around us, so we can eat more healthy, and we know it's not being genetically, because we're doing it, and we just put the seeds in there.
So one time we saw them chickens out there. I got a picture of it.
Yeah, we got goats out there. They got goat milk. So now we can go over there and talk to them and say, can we have some goat milk, and I'll give you some eggs, some plums. That's the best way to do it, so you can eat other. Because we're not going to grow everything back there. But because I'm looking for some seeds to grow some greens, because I really love greens. Greens and cabbage, I can eat that all the time and be happy. And you give me some strawberries, and I want the big juicy strawberries. So I want to learn how to grow some strawberries and some blackberries. I want a blackberry bush, because I love blackberries. And I know they run wild and crazy, but that's what I want. So those are things that we can do that will make it better for us. And I just want you to understand that yes, everything has that, and she's not lying. If you're not a person that don't have mind having a pig, a goat, a chicken, a turkey in your backyard, a cow mooing, and you could cut it and cook it, then let's do it. I'll eat it. Like I had a friend, she told me that this guy does a cow. Okay, so she told me last year. I've been ready to buy a cow for the longest. And that's what happens is if you don't get it, you can't ever have it. I'm not a person to grow it. Do the cow, but she knows this guy that would do it. He sells it to me, then I'm feeding it to my family. Can you give me another? So that's what we're talking about. We just gotta find. We start little at a time, and pretty soon, guess what? We're gonna grow to be the way we need to be. And you start little at a time. So anyway, that was me and Virgo Queen, and hopefully my sister will be with me more often to do videos. And we're going to talk about all different types of stuff. Whatever you want to talk about, we're going to be talking about it and talking about it. So I don't want you to miss out on such a wonderful conversation. And sometimes you got to just sit back and say, hey, I need to know more. I'm going to try to be more on here. I say that all the time, but I'm learning. And at least I haven't quit. So I'm proud of myself. So remember to love and live each day as if it were your last, and have a blessed and wonderful day. Smooches.